This segment of the job is brought to you by Icotech. Dead serious game calls.
Heany got a call from his uncle inviting us out to do some hunting out in Kansas. And
he's actually a recently retired union pipe fitter. He worked out in Manhattan on a job for a while and got to know some guys that own a bunch of property. And when they found out that we coyote hunted, he said, well, get a hold of them, bring them.
Me and Heany, neither one of us has ever been out to Kansas, so we were ecstatic about getting out there and doing some hunting.
We can get the call out quite a ways from us. Just drop over the hill and set up somewhere so you're not silhouetted.
Paul and I got there the evening before, and I think by the time we got out and started driving around some of this property with my uncle, it was just about dark. We didn't really get a look at any of the lay of the land, and you know, first time out there, we're not knowing, you know, where we should set up, what we should do.
It's so much more wide open than Missouri, and it's crazy out there because your wind direction will be going one way, and you get down in a little coulee or something, and the wind will change on you. And that's kind of what happened on our first stand that morning. We started calling, and up on top of the hill, the wind was in our face, but we dropped down in this little coulee. The wind just kind of swirls down in those coulees, and I noticed I felt the wind kind of hitting me in the back of the head.
Smells it. Smells us, or he's on that high bank and sees the trucks.
You know, we got them interested. We got them coming in from a long way, and they kind of got down this brushy draw.
Top of the hill. Oh, yeah, they're coming. They're coming. There's one coming off the top of that hill. Comes another one. You winded us? Yep.
They get down behind some timber and catch our wind and just wouldn't commit anymore. So
Oh yeah, they're still there. Just hanging in, watching.
we were on the stand for a long time, probably 25-30 minutes, and we were seeing coyotes, so we stayed on stand longer, but the wind wasn't working with us, and I think Jason had one pop up right in front of him for just a split second and then wheeled around and took off again. So
I'm pretty sure that that's what cost us that hunt, is I think those dogs winded us, because they were pretty hot and heavy coming after us there in the beginning, and there were a lot of coyotes there.
Think about round it up.
The next set we go to, I'm filming, Paul's shooting, and a couple of the other guys are shooting. It's kind of an interesting setup. We're out in the wide open. I mean, we literally come over a hill, and there's just kind of a little outcropping it's kind of just a little berm, and it's got a few rocks on it, but I mean, there's no cover. I mean, we're right out in the wide open. And we sit down, we sit up there, and I mean, the wind is going, and I don't know how hard it's blowing, but I mean, it was pretty tough to sit there. It was a cold morning, and that wind blowing right in your face.
I started off the stand with a big lone howl and had one answer right out in front of us. He howled back, and I howled at him and got him riled up, and then switched over to some rapid distress, and pretty soon here we see him coming. I see him. Here he comes. Here he comes. Right here in front of That was my first Kansas dog, so it was really exciting to me, so I was pumped. I look over, and another dog had come in on the downwind side of us. One of the guys that was with us, and me and him both ran up on top of the hill because it was darting back towards the timber, and took some shots at him and missed him. But
Paul shoots, and he gets up and bolts. At this point, you have to understand, I have no idea there are other dogs because I'm on the very left end of this line of guys. And so they jump up, and everybody's running around and shooting. And, you know, for my own safety, I decided I'd just sit there.
Man, that's exciting. First Kansas dog. Oh man.
I see where you guys do.
Oh, it is. I can't thank you guys enough for having us out. I mean, I've always wanted to hunt Kansas and never had the opportunity, so I greatly appreciate it. That's one of my bucket list things right there, is kill a coyote in Kansas. So. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards from the outlaw, baby. We got to bring this new Icotech outlaw out here. They're wanting us to test it. And, well, they always say proof's in the pudding. I don't know how you can get much better proof than that. So, this is a female invitational house, this big old male. He was sitting up here on a ridge somewhere, probably 300, 400 yards away. And I mean, it was just like a yo-yo on a string, man. He just came right in. He got down there a little ways and checked up a little bit, hit the coaxer, and well, you seen it. He come within 9 yards of the call. Put the old pop whopping on him. seen a landowner come out and drag a coyote out of the field for you?
First time.
Got her in Kansas, baby.
This segment of the job is brought to you by Reese Outdoors. When only the best will do. Custom predator calls made in the USA.
The next day, we got up early. We headed out some new properties, some different properties. We hunted, a ton of property the first day, and we'd seen a lot of coyotes. We managed to get one on the ground. It was my first one. And this coyote here, we'd been sitting there calling for a little bit and hadn't seen anything. And it didn't help either that we were facing into the sun. Generally, we like to put the sun on our backs, but this stand the wind wouldn't work, so we went in there and did it, and it made the stand anyways.
I mean, this was kind of a cluster on stand. We're calling, and Paul's running the camera, and Paul says, guys, there's a coyote out there. He's looking at us.
Watching. See?
There's 3 other guys with guns on this stand, and none of us can find this coyote.
You see it? See it plain as day. He's sitting there watching. I just got a glimpse of something sitting on the hillside across from us. There was a coyote just sitting there, just hanging out. Just to the right, there he is. He's moving. He's coming in. He's coming in. He's right underneath that tree right there on the right. See him?
That one out there by itself?
Yes. He's right underneath that right now. He's coming right to the call. I lost him down in that gully now. Don't move too much. He ain't pretty far.
I know on film it looks pretty obvious, but when you're sitting out there and looking in that grass from that far away, it's kind of hard to pick them out. So you got 3 scopes looking around out there in this grass, and nobody can find the coyote.
There he is. See him? Right behind the call. He's just sitting there. There he goes. Shoot him. I've got him on the camera.
And at that point, I hadn't seen the coyote very long, so I'm still trying to get everything lined up. And Paul says,
Somebody shoot him.
boy, somebody's got to shoot. He's going to leave. Somebody's got to shoot.
Booyah, got him.
Up until the point I shot, I was still the only guy with a gun that ever saw the coyote.
And I don't think it was until he was standing right over the top of the call that Jason even seen him. And then once Jason seen him, it was a done deal. Jason was going to get his first Kansas dog.
Well, there was a ghost coyote that nobody could see but Paul. He came in here over Kenny and I's side. We still didn't see it. Paul's telling us to shoot because he's leaving. I just happened to catch a little movement, saw him right over the top of the call. He didn't like something, started to take off, stopped, turned around. Paul said we better shoot. Kenny still didn't see it. I wasn't sure it was a real coyote, but I think we got him. That's a good dog.
Yeah, that's a real nice dog.
Hey guys, got a big coyote. I'm out of breath. I shot him over there, probably about 730 yards. 30-mile-an-hour crosswind. But I doped my scope and we got it done. In all seriousness, we got a big dog. We're gonna try to boogie so we can get one more stand. Outlaw does it again.
It was awesome getting out of our comfort zone and to get out to Kansas where everything was new out there. You know, the landscape, the coyotes' attitude, you know, they respond a lot more out there. They're a lot more aggressive out there.
We've had a good time out here. It's been a rough couple days. We got a couple of coyotes. We saw a lot of coyotes, had a lot of them respond. Paul and I have been carrying these two around for a couple days, hoping we get a couple more, so everybody's here enjoying the smell. We did see a lot of coyotes, heard a lot of coyotes, and we hunted hard. I think Paul had his Fitbit on, and I think the first day we walked 12 miles.
The landowner liked walking. He liked walking a lot. So we figured out that Kenny only wants to drag the small coyotes. He didn't want to drag the big coyotes. It was just fun getting out and getting out of our comfort zone and doing something. We plan on going back again this year, and hopefully we're going to get some more coyotes on the ground than two.
Goner.